This week's First Case Expert Series episode, entitled From Here to There, Planning the Logistics of Centralization, was written by surgical instrument centralization expert Bryan Stewart, CCSVP, Director of Field Operations and Consulting at Aesculap. It can be difficult to transport soiled trays from one location and receive sterile trays back, especially when trying to maximize availability, reduce system stress, and effectively manage inventory and distribution costs. This specific area can be coined one of the most misunderstood aspects of any centralization initiative, as the number of moving parts and variables is often too great to accurately utilize existing resources. Critical logistics to consider when planning for centralization include transportation. How will the trays be transported from one location to another? What are the transportation times and costs associated with the process? Inventory management. How will inventory be managed between locations? What processes need to be in place to reduce discrepancies, ensure accuracy, and track usage? Equipment. What equipment will be needed at each location to process trays successfully? Staffing. What type of staffing levels are needed to ensure that the necessary work is completed in a timely fashion? Safety. What safety protocols and procedures need to be in place to ensure the safe transport of materials between locations? There can be a lot to manage and keep synchronized to avoid downtime at any portion of the process. For example, the start time of the reprocessing center significantly impacts how long it will be before sterile items are returned. If you start too early, there are no returns to process, or inventory needs to be staged to smooth the reprocessing cycle. If you start late, you could be under a lot of pressure to finish in time for the next day's schedule, which might not be realistic. Uncovering available data to help determine when the reprocessing facility should start and how much inventory will be needed for the new process can boost the success of your centralization initiative. Thanks for listening to this episode of the First Case Expert Series. For more surgical instrument centralization questions and answers, you can contact Bryan at bryan.stewart@aesculapusa.com.